This is John Shishko, and I have my replacement screen here. It's a 17.3-inch replacement screen for my Asus laptop. My laptop is a gamer laptop, and the screen broke. One of my kids threw something and just hit it the wrong way and it broke. So here's the all new replacement screen, which I just unpackaged for the first time. This is the laptop. It is, you can see here, a GL752VW-DH71. That's the model number. That is GL752VW-DH71, and I'll put that in the keywords and all that stuff, but yeah, it's Asus model GL752V, and then if you need the longer part, dash DH71, and that's what it looks like without the screen there. And I ordered this screen from, I'll tell you in a second the vendor's name. Give me one moment. Yeah, laptopscreen.com. They were super helpful. I went and found the one I thought I needed, and then I went to them and just checked with them through their customer service, and they told me it was this one. They told me it would be here on today, Wednesday, and here it is. Probably shouldn't take off this protective cover, even though I just unwrapped it. It's probably for later. And what I'm noticing is that it doesn't even come with the screws, so it's very important if you take apart a laptop like this, very important to keep all of the screws. You will need them. Now, if I remember right, all I really need to do is to plug this little power cord into this attachment and then refix all of the screws. So what I did was I used an X-Acto knife kit, one of the X-Acto knives. I do have a pair of tweezers, but I didn't need them when I was taking things apart. And then some sort of a kit like this. You really don't need a big screwdriver for anything as small as a laptop, but a kit like this is great because not only do you have the screws, but this is exactly what I use to keep, you can see in there these little screws. Actually, you might not be able to see them, they're so small, but I used this little tray underneath to keep the screws that I now need to put in the screen. So what I'm going to do is just get situated with a screwdriver here. And I'll have to say, when I took apart the screen, it was one of the easier laptops I've done. I always replace the screens myself. It's very easy to do. You can usually find a video online to help you. But yeah, you just remove this. It was the hardest part. Just go really gently, but this is an easier one to remove than most. And then you have a screen there, and you remove the screen. So first thing I'm going to do is actually pop in this power cord, and that's, you know, electronically it's fixed at that point, but what I need to do after that point is screw back in the screen. So what I'm doing now is making sure I put this thing in the right way, and I suppose you could test after you put it in. You could probably test it out. I'll just put it in and then screw the whole thing back up and then hope that it works. And what's going to be a little bit of a trick is let's see, I don't want to make my life too complicated for nothing. Let's see if it goes in just like this. It looks like, to me, it looks like it goes the other way. Alright, so actually it does go in this way. So I'm just pulling in the pins. I think it said it was a 30 pin connection. I'm just making sure it's nice and snug, and it is. And then on the other screen there's just this tape down. So I just pulled the 30 pins into its where it's supposed to go, that receptacle there. And now what I do is move the screen into its frame, which is within the laptop cover, of course. Okay, and you can see already it's coming together. I'm going to take this off because it's a little bit more trouble than help. And the only thing is this would fall out immediately. So I have to get some screws in there. And to do that, I'm going to actually have to take out this frame slightly. So I replaced these screws, so I'm going to take them back out of the two bigger screws out of the right and left corner. And what that's going to enable me to do is shift the frame of the screen just a bit. You can pull it out now. And I'll get one of these smaller screws all locked and loaded. Let's see how small it is. See that? Just that little screw, but there's 4 of them in each side, so it really does a good job of keeping the screen in place. Alright, there we go. First screw in, 1 out of 8 is done. I'm moving right along with another one. Okay, I got 2 more on this side and then 4 on the other side. I suppose I should unscrew the bracket down here too, but I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try to just see if I can sneak this screw in there and be done with it. Yep. Yeah, the beauty of that is you just don't have to mess more than you need to. You don't want to, you don't have to. Okay, now so I'm flipping to the other side. 4 more screws on this side. 8 in total. And okay, first one. And we are down to 8 screws left. Now down here it's a little bit tight, so I'm probably going to have to, let's see. Down to 2. You know, I doubt you really need all 8 screws, but why not? Since they're there. I just got one more to sneak in all the way down here. Once I get that done, I am really in the home stretch. So. Again, the most difficult thing with these is taking off this. I think they call it the bevel. Once that's off, and as long as you don't crack this, it's pretty smooth sailing after that. You just look for the right screws, and you know, even if you take out a wrong screw here or there, you can always put them back as long as you save them. So I have one more screw to put back, one more of these tiny little screws, and my new screen will be electrically hooked up and secured in place, and then we'll put the bevel back on and start it up. And hopefully, after being unable to use this computer for the last 3 days, I'll be able to use it again. Alright, so that one's in there. All 4 are in, and that means I can now replace the screws that I took out initially. You remember I took out these 2 top screws. So I've gotten the room screw that back in there, screw this back in here. Okay. Now the remaining task for me is to put this on, the bevel back. Smooth sailing after that. And you slide it in. You can see from what I'm doing right now, it just really clips right into place all around that nice new screen. And don't forget, there's two more screws. One of 2 screws left. And these go in nice and easy. Make sure you feel all the clips in the right spot. Alright, so after the bevel is back on, comes the real moment of truth. I brought down my power supply because I haven't used it in a while, and I'm turning it on right now. We'll see if the screen lights up. Boom! Looks like it's working fine. So thanks to laptop screen, was it? Yeah, thanks to laptop screen, and you know, I'm no computer expert, but hopefully this little tutorial has been helpful for anybody that was in the same situation I am. So, happy screen replacing. Take care. So long. Look, it's working great. All right, take care. Bye.